All right, so I'm kind of doing double time here. I'm going to be making a video for TikTok for people that like to watch that platform, and also one I'm going to throw on my YouTube channel. So that's why I've got two videos going. So forgive me if I look at one screen or another. If you're on TikTok, again, open up that video with the QR code that I gave you so you can follow along that way. Or if you want to jump to my YouTube channel, you can do it that way as well. So the students here have 6 questions from each lesson that we covered this semester, which is 5. And the questions kind of revolve around either grammatical or vocabulary topics that we covered in the class. And I'm going to randomly ask them 2 questions from each lesson for a total of 10 questions. And for half of those questions, I'm going to ask them a follow-up question. What I'm going to do for you is go through all the questions right now, tell you what they mean, how you can answer them. And for some of them, I'll also give you what maybe a follow-up question would sound like. So here we go. The first question, ¿de dónde eres?, means where are you from? So you're going to say, soy de, and then the place. Follow-up question for that might be, maybe if they say, soy de Sacramento, I might say, ¿qué te gusta hacer en Sacramento? What do you like to do in Sacramento? Question 2, ¿cómo estás? My only requirement for this for my students is that they don't say estoy bien, maybe just any other adjective. So estoy feliz, estoy triste, estoy cansado, cansada. And then, if you say something like that, estoy feliz, maybe I'll ask you, ¿por qué estás feliz? Why are you happy? 3, ¿tienes animales en tu casa? Do you have animals in your house? You're going to say something like, sí, tengo 3 animales, or no tengo animales. A follow-up for that might be, ¿cómo se llama tu perro? If you have a dog, or maybe you don't have any animals, I might say, ¿quieres un animal? Or ¿qué animal quieres? Or what animal do you want? Question 5 is, what did you do yesterday? And then the little 2 next to it for my students is you have to answer or say 2 things that you did. So you can't just say like, I ate tacos. Tell me 2 things, like I went to the restaurant and I ate tacos. So yo fui al restaurante y yo comí tacos. If you say something like that, I might say, oh, ¿qué restaurante visitaste? What restaurant did you visit? ¿Trabajaste ayer? For number 6 is, did you work yesterday? Simple question. So sí trabajé ayer. Yes, I worked yesterday. Or no trabajé ayer. Follow-up could be like, oh, if you say yes, maybe I'll say, ¿dónde trabajaste? Where did you work? All right, we're on lesson 2 now. Sorry if I'm going fast, but there's a lot of questions to get through, and I don't want this to be too long. So question 1, ¿qué es un mandato afirmativo que tus padres te dan? Is, what is an affirmative command that your parents give you? So what do they tell you to do? So they might say something like, limpia tu habitación or tu cuarto, clean your room, something like that. So it's an affirmative to command. Number 2 is, ¿qué es un mandato negativo que tú le das a tu amigo? So what's a negative to command that you tell your friend? So what's something that you tell your friend to not do? So maybe you tell your friend, no tomes la clase de español con Señor Bellis. Don't take Spanish class with Señor Bellis, for example. So that's a negative to command. Number 3 is, ¿qué es un mandato afirmativo que tus profesores te dan? So it's an affirmative command that your teachers give you. So this is going to be another affirmative to command. So they might say something like, estudia para el examen, study for the test. 4 is, ¿se abrazan tú y tus amigos mucho? So do you and your friends hug a lot? So you're going to say something like, sí, nos abrazamos mucho. Or maybe, no nos abrazamos mucho. Número 5 is, ¿dónde se encuentran tú y tus amigos? It's kind of like, where do you and your friends meet up, basically. So you could say like, nos encontramos en la cafetería. Follow-up question, sorry, I haven't been doing any of those. Might be something like, ¿por qué se encuentran en la cafetería? Or, ¿qué hacen cuando están en la cafetería? What do you do when you're in the cafeteria? Número 6, ¿cuándo se hablan tú y tus amigos? So when do you and your friends talk to each other? So you're going to say, nos hablamos, and then some sort of a time frame, like nos hablamos por la mañana, we talk in the morning. Or nos hablamos después de la escuela, after school. A follow-up for that might be, ¿de qué se hablan? Or ¿dónde hablan? ¿Dónde se hablan? Where do you talk? What do you talk about? All right, we're on lesson 3. ¿Qué es lo que te molesta? Is what bothers you. So you're going to say, me molesta something, or someone, or some things. So if it's some things, like onions, you're going to say, me molestan las cebollas. If it's one thing or an action, then you're just going to say molesta. So like, me molesta la clase de inglés, or me molesta mi profesor de español. Follow-up might be, ¿por qué te molesta profesor de español? Why does the Spanish teacher bother you? And número 2, ¿qué es un mandato que tú le das a tu maestro? Is, what is a command that you give to your teacher? So this is going to be a formal or an usted command. So you might say something like, explique la lección, por favor. Explain the lesson, please. Or ayúdeme, por favor. Help me, please. I would suggest you put a por favor in there, please, just to be polite. El número 3, que es un mandato que tu maestro les da a los estudiantes, is what is a command that your teacher gives to the students? This will be an ustedes command. So he might tell them to pongan sus teléfonos en las mochilas. So put your phones in the backpacks, for example. That's an ustedes command. El número 4, so we're halfway done now, is ¿qué es tu opinión de la contaminación? So what's your opinion about pollution? And in parentheses there it says respond with an impersonal expression. Those are things like it's good that, it's bad that, it's important that, it's something that. So let's say es malo que, maybe it's bad that. Nosotros conduzcamos los carros mucho. So it's bad that we drive cars a lot. El número 5, ¿qué deseas por tu cumpleaños? For my students, specifically, you need to say that you desire that something happens. So this will require that you use the subjunctive. So you can say like, I desire, I want that my parents give me money. Yo deseo que mis padres me den dinero. And den is from dar, so it's in the subjunctive. El número 6, ¿qué insistes que yo pida en el restaurante? Is what do you insist that I order in the restaurant? So you're going to say, I insist that you order something. Yo insisto en que tú pidas, and then some sort of food. I might say a follow-up question like, maybe you say las enchiladas. I might say, oh, ¿en qué restaurante comes enchiladas? You know, what restaurant do you eat those enchiladas? Let's see, número 1 from lesson 4 is ¿qué esperas para la Navidad? So what do you hope for Christmas? And this one is also going to need the subjunctive in it. So you're going to say, I hope that something happens. So yo espero que Santa Claus venga a mi casa. I hope that Santa Claus comes to my house. And número 2, ¿de qué te alegras? Is what are you happy about? Again, I want you to use the subjunctive in this one. So you're going to say, me alegro de que. You should everyone have that. Me alegro de que. And then something that makes you happy. And what that is needs to be in the subjunctive. So maybe it's I'm happy that the semester is ending. Me alegro de que el semestre termine with an E because it's in the subjunctive. Maybe a follow-up could be like, you know, ¿qué clases tienes en semestre número 2, in semester number 2? What classes do you have? 3, ¿qué dudas? Is what do you doubt? So you're going to use the subjunctive on this one as well. So everybody should have yo dudo que, and then something in the subjunctive. Yo dudo que mi amigo venga a mi casa durante las vacaciones. So I doubt my friends coming to my house for vacations. 4, ¿qué crees? What do you believe? This one will be yo creo que, I believe that, and then something in the indicative that's not the subjunctive, and it can be just about anything. Present tense, be preterite, whatever. So yo creo que necesitamos descansar mucho durante las vacaciones. I believe that we need to rest a lot during vacation. 5, ¿cuándo vas a salir? When do you want to leave? Or I'm sorry, when are you going to leave? Again, specifically for my students, you have to say, I'm going to leave when something happens. And when that thing that I'm talking about happening needs to be in the subjunctive because you don't know if it's going to happen. So maybe you're thinking about, I don't know, your house. You're going to say, yo voy a salir cuando mi mamá venga a casa. I'm going to leave when my mom comes home. So that's going to be in the subjunctive. 6, ¿qué traes en caso de que haya un examen? What do you bring in case there's a test? So you can kind of word the sentence one of 2 ways. You can start it with saying, en caso de que haya un examen, so in case there's a test, yo traigo, I bring whatever. Or you can kind of switch those 2 things and say, yo traigo something en caso de que haya un examen. I want you to use that whole sentence, including the haya, because haya is not commonly forgotten in the subjunctive. That's the there is, there are word. Maybe a follow-up to that question would be like, ¿en qué clase tienes exámenes difíciles? What classes do you have difficult tests? 6 más. 1, ¿qué necesitas en un amigo? What do you need in a friend? So you're going to need the subjunctive in the sentence. You're going to say, yo necesito un amigo que. I need a friend that sea simpático. That's nice. 2, ¿qué quieres en un profesor? What do you want in a teacher? You're going to say, yo quiero un profesor que. I want a teacher that. And again, something in the subjunctive. No me dé mucha tarea. It doesn't give me a lot of homework. Maybe I'd follow up with like, what teacher gives you homework now? ¿Qué profesor te da tarea ahora? 3, ¿qué es un mandato de nosotros? ¿Qué usas con tus amigos? What's a nosotros command that you use with your friends? So you're going to say like, let's do something. Comamos en la cafeteria. Let's eat in the cafeteria, for example. 3, is the nosotros command that you use with your family. How about vamos al cine? Let's go to the movie theater. I don't know. Maybe a follow-up could be like, ¿qué película te gusta? What movie do you like? 2 more questions. Cinco, ¿qué has hecho hoy? What have you done today? Yo he bebido café. That's enough, actually. I have drank coffee. Drunk coffee. He says, ¿qué no has hecho hoy? What have you not done today? No he visto a mis estudiantes. I haven't seen my students. Not yet. Okay, that's all the questions. Sorry it's so long, but I wanted to get through all of them for my students that have been absent. If you guys have any questions, over there, let me know. I'll put some links in the description so you can have access to those, and we'll see you in the next one. Hasta luego.